I think he got a great leader in KG, but what he do, he talk a lot, and everybody I think feeding off that, me, I'm super laid back, don't really say much, but I got to talk more, and I think KG's doing a great job of leading us with it.
So they kind of
just communication, I think, it's a difference from here in other places.
Because you've been killing it out of the triple threat, especially from way out far out. You're not really seeing a ton of sets running where you're kind of getting into that. So looking to maybe go out of the triple threat a little bit more.
Triple threat?
Yeah,
man. Whatever the defense presents, I'm gonna try to make a play out of it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Try to come in and be able to A, have the skill, but B, have the desire to play that kind of defense.
Yeah, no, and embrace that role. So many young guys embrace scoring and embrace the glitz and glamour of the game. And Avery just comes in. He knows he's very good at it. We encourage him to do it, and it's something that can help our team because it really takes teams out of their offense. So it's a great skill to have.
Especially that full court pressure D. I mean, that's something Rondo had to do pretty much on his own before this year. Now you can do it, and now Avery can do it.
Yeah, and it helps our defense. I mean, the thing that we don't want to do is get overextended and pick up fouls in the backcourt. And I think the thing that Avery did tonight was gauging that balance. He had perfect balance as far as when to attack defensively and when to get back on his heels and play solid. So he did a good job.
Do you have a number on the clock as far as if you can stop them from getting into their offense?
Listen, man, you're not going to get all our secrets. You're not going to do it.
When did you find out you were starting, and how would you grade your first start?
Oh, no, I've been in the league 12 years. It hadn't been my first career start.
But the Celtics.
But oh, yeah, it is a little bit different with the Celtics. I mean, at the end of the day, we got the win. I didn't shoot the ball the way I wanted to. But defensively, I think in the second half, we really turned it up. Obviously, Marshawn Brooks had a great first half. He challenged us. He had 15 points. And I couldn't allow him to do that again in the second half. So I really wanted to focus on defense. And we had a 29-12 quarter. And so that was the difference of the game.
Can you talk about how you've kind of mentored Avery this season a little bit, quarantine when you
I mean, I don't. It's not like a situation where you're like, hey, kid, I'm mentoring you. You just let them see you. You let them see you. How you handle people. The way you come to work every day. The extra things after practice. And anytime you get an opportunity to pour into the kids, you got to. Usually when I try and pour into these kids, to these youngsters, they don't know I'm pouring into them. You do it kind of real slick. So, I'm happy for him. He had a great performance, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, you said a second ago it's different with the Celtics. How different has it been with the Celtics? What's it been meaning to you to be here in Boston the last 6 years?
Well, at this point in my career, I'm grateful for every second I get to play in this amazing league. But when you have a historic organization like this one, it's just a whole different ballgame. I can't explain it. It's just something that I have never experienced on any level. The commitment to winning over here is second to none. The history of the banners that you see, everywhere you look, is history. Even in our lockers, you see, former players who worn your number. So it's just totally different in that.
In terms of approach to defense, how is this team different from other teams you played on?
Well, I think we got really good defenders. I mean, at every position. J.O. is a guy who can not only block shots but take charges. Kevin Garnett, you can ask any guard in the league. He's probably the best big pick and roll defender in the league. Rajon is probably we got some pretty good defenders on our team. So defense is an approach, it's an attitude, it's a scheme, it's trust, it's working together to stop the opponent. Paul getting better? I think he already got that done. But no, I see him getting healthier and more fluent with his movements, trusting his moves a little bit more. When we have Paul on our team, we're pretty good. So to get him back healthy is a positive impact on our team.
Where do you guys think you are as a team?
We got a long way to go. Yeah, I think especially I'm gonna always go back to the second unit. I think we still have to find our identity. We can't play like the starters and expect to be effective. We have to find our identity, and I think the way we do that is defend like crazy and get some transition baskets, get some easy baskets. I think that'll help our team if we can find our identity a little bit quicker. All right, good?
Thank you.
All right, all the best.
Yep.
trying to get back in the flow. You know, we haven't had too much practice time, so just trying to go out there and just play hard and just try to go as hard as I can for the time that I'm out there.
Chris, we got David West coming on Friday. He's a guy who chose not to come to Boston. As a guy who did choose to come to Boston, I kind of want to ask you, what has it meant to you to be here, to be on this team?
I mean, it means a lot. You know, they got great history here in Boston. You know, and all I want to do is just come to play hard. You know, it's, great guys, great group of guys. You know, when you're playing against them, you hate them, but when you're here, it's family. You know.
It's one of your better nights defensively. What was kind of key to just, I guess, bucking yourself on the defensive end?
I mean, I know my game, and I know what I had to come out there. I know what I had to do. You know, in order for me to get minutes, I got to go out there, play hard, and bring energy. So that's what I went out there and did.
Was there everybody that shot? Was that just kind of, you guys
I mean, yeah, I definitely needed that one. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like I said, I just want to make it help the team, man. Hopefully we can get better. You know, we lose a lot of our score when the second unit come out there, so we need to pick that up, and we just got to keep playing the way we've been playing.
Obviously, you haven't played in all the games, but what's changed since the 0-3 starts and now won 4 in a row?
I mean, we all on the same page. We know what we got to do if we want to make the playoffs, so we all contributing and we all working hard together. Yeah, every game, you see him getting his win back. He's starting to, pick his game up, and we got to try to do what we can to make it easier for him.
Keyon, he fills in for Ray, veteran presence. Know-how, a guy who can knock down shots. Another ball handler. It's kind of unconventional that we run. It's kind of like a 2-point guard front set. You got 2 ball handlers, so you would think he probably run a little bit more, but it's just probably implementing him more with the starting lineup. Him understanding, because at times I thought he had opportunities offensively that he should have took, but he swung the ball, but that's just him. Us breaking them into the starting and getting more comfortable with what we do out there.
Are you personally starting to get more of a flow offensively? So it's not kind of like the game in some ways. Do you being back and being comfortable again?
We continue to get better. Just taking one game at a time.
Sort of security answers, but
it's been like that for the last 4 games. I think I've only played about 4 or 5 minutes since I've been back. So maybe that's my new role. It's good though. It gives me a lot of added rest, especially with a season like this. The game's so compact that I'm able to sit in the 4th quarter and just saying a lot about what we're doing in the first 3 quarters.
Paul, you got 1 game in the next 6 games. What can you do with all that practice time?
It's going to be great for me, just to get sharp with some of the things I'm doing. Right now they're kind of doing things on the fly, but I need more practice time just to get in better shape, just to get more familiar with what we're doing on offense. And, we haven't been able to really add, a lot of plays in our playbook because I haven't been out there in practice. So we've got to give us opportunity to do those things, and hopefully, prepping up for. Next week, especially with this season, it's good to get those type of breaks because I don't know if we get another break like that probably until All-Star.
Paul, I remember that first half. What was the talk about? Was it more about just using
Doc didn't really sugarcoat anything. He just said if we play our basketball, he didn't come with no motivational speeches or anything like that. He said based on what's happened with them injury-wise, this is a game we should win. And then, it was about cleaning up our turnovers. It was more about us and what we had to do, about us getting better more so than our team, because we know that if we play our brand of basketball, we'll win this game.
Paul, the Pacers are coming down Friday night, which means David West. I just want to ask you, as a guy who's been in Boston the longest tenured Celtic, how did you react when you chose Indiana over coming here?
I really didn't react. I mean, a man has opportunity to make his choices. I mean, it wasn't like we had the money to sign him for free agency. It was a case where we probably had to trade for him. And we just got to respect, a man's decision. We just felt he probably had a better role there in the end.
you feel you guys are getting into your rhythm as a group? I mean, you lose 3, and there was a lot of that talk. How do you feel where you guys are?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I like the way we've been playing defensively. I think we've really picked it up on that end because we're a defensive team first. We just want to see, what type of team we really have once we get all the way healthy.
How do you, the last couple of years, Kevin said you have certain adjustments. How do you think this changes?
Well, I mean, he's playing less minutes, each and every year just to kind of preserve his body. And, I don't think he's changed too much. I just think his minutes have really gone down just to kind of preserve him for later in the year at the playoff battles. But the things he does for us as far as what he does for the offense and defense, his role in that aspect is pretty much stayed the same.
He can still cover ground defensively.
Definitely.
Do you like the fact that what you get from Brandon, you're pretty much getting every night? He's going to take that shot, create some space, and go to the boards, and it's an every night thing, consistent show.
You want him to continue that throughout the course of the season. If you have a guy who's that consistent coming off the bench and a guy who's a candidate for a 6-Man of the Year award, you're going to be a pretty good team at the end of the year. Most guys who have those type of players who come off the bench are pretty good teams. And you look around the league, you look at Oklahoma, James Harden, Jason Terry a year ago. Those are good teams who have those type of players who come off the bench. It makes us a really good team when you have a guy that comes out who's very consistent. Because you never know throughout the course of the year you have injuries, and you have a guy like him who can kind of fill in and play that role.
You're really complimentary in terms of kind of fit that you got. He goes inside a little bit more than the other thing than do. Kind of creates space on the elbow jumper for you guys.
It definitely adds another dimension that we probably don't have in the starting unit. Kevin's more a finesse player with him taking a lot of jumpers, his jump hook, finger rolls and stuff. Where Brandon is more of a hard hat type of player. Just coming straight at you and tries to go through you and however get there and over you and even bully you sometimes to the basket. And that's awesome. You got a guy that physical and that aggressive. He puts so much pressure on the defense. He's able to get to the line. It's unusual that you find a guy with that type of strength, with that type of touch too. You don't really find that too much. Like I said, it's awesome to have that type of shooting touch, from 15 feet, along with the way he plays the power game.
When's the last time you had someone playing next to you that could just go through or over anyone's power and speed? Oh yeah. That's that speed.
He said through you power.